Cindy here, Bucket List Coach, Web Show Live, and we'll be right back.
The best meals, one untroubled by conversation or company. It's about me, the food, and the ambience.
Simple and sublime. And according to Romans, there's good Cacio e Pepe, adequate Cacio e Pepe, and everything else, which is, of course, a sin against God.
Buongiorno.
Quindi la specialità della casa sono ovviamente i tagliolini cacio e pepe. Mettiamo un po' di acqua di cottura nella padella. Poi una noce di burro, del pepe fresco. Poi facciamo mantecare la pasta fresca col pecorino e per finire un altro po' di pecorino e una spruzzata di pepe fresco. Il tocco finale? La serviamo calda in una scodella ricavata dalla forma del parmigiano.
You know what? I think that sounds good.
Che meraviglia!
Thank you. See, this is a classic example of like destroying what I love. Here we are. It's a nice neighborhood place, just locals eating here. And I'm going to make this show. Next thing you come, it's going to be like, you know, Germans and Americans. So you talk about an existential crisis. I kill what I love. The fatal embrace. Sorry. Don't hate me because I'm hungry.
Cacio e pepe. E buon appetito.
That's beautiful. Grazie. Jesus, I'm going to be all over this thing like a horny Rottweiler on a Shih Tzu. It's like the simplest, nicest thing in the world, huh? Oh, wow. Oh, man. I'm sure this is illegal somewhere. If you're sitting on a vinyl couch, I hope you're wearing pants because they're going to...
Well, hello. This is Cindy Lee at Bucket List Coach Web Show Live, and we'll get to my guest Angelo in just 1 minute. I was a chef for 25 years, and during that time is when Anthony Bourdain was also a chef. And at the end of my career, I wanted something that was going to be a bucket list. So I heard about podcasting, so I started podcasting. And sadly, in 2018, Anthony Bourdain passed away. But that is the very same year that I started my travel agency because I want to be able to travel around the world and especially mimic what he's been doing around the world and tasting different food. But Angelo, let's talk about this famous dish that Anthony Bourdain loved over in Rome, actually.
Well, this is one of the most popular dish in Rome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Born in Rome. And it actually is very simple. You just need the technique and the good cheese. And also very, very nice peppercorn, but the cheese is very important. And it's very important also that the pasta is to be cooked in the water, and the water has to be used for make what you call a creamy sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Little of the pasta sauce water has to be used also in the cheese. So it's like I said, it's a simple dish, but is loved by Roman, and now is all over the world actually, because I started about 3 years ago to do, and we selling about 15, 16, 17, or even more a dish every week.
Mm.
So it's like I said, it's but it's when if people like they like cacio pepe, they like peppery taste, all this kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then is easy.
Well, let's look at the menu, and I'm going to be there. I would say probably around 6 or 6:30. I'm going to be over there, But let's look at some of the menu of some other items that are pretty famous there. So let's talk about some appetizers.
Well, appetizer we do scallop with a pesto sauce on top, grilled scallop with the pesto sauce.
Yeah, right there. Oh my God, it looks so good.
And we do, we do the calamari that is a dish that in Italy is very, very popular. Now we introduce the mozzarella and carrozza, but now we do arancini, Sicilian arancini.
Oh, I love arancinis.
My arancini is, I do the Sicilian, the original one, but then I work with my experience, because I have a lot of experience I've been through all Europe, Bermuda, back east a little bit. So I do arancini with filet mignon, pepper sauce, and it's something's different. So
and the pastas, we have the Caesar salad.
Then we do also the crab cake with is one of my, and is in there. Crab cake I do with a really beautiful sauce. And it's like I said, it's a lot of, I got a lot of experience working in Italy, in Switzerland, in France, in Monte Carlo, in England.
Oh, wow.
I had my own restaurant in Bermuda before I come to United States. So it's experience that I work with one, maybe a chef on the same level with Bourdain. People that they work in a 5-star hotel in Switzerland or France. These guys, they know what they're doing, and I learn for the best. Mm-hmm. So when I came to California, I bought my restaurant right away, and I said I want to do a good food for Huntington Beach, and I'm here for 34 years, so I'm not gonna complain, right? So I'm here, still keep doing, and what I love, because I love cooking. So everybody comes in and wants anything they want, a French or Italian. Actually, I do a lot of French food also, not just Italian. I do.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I do a lot of.
Can you make me a chicken cordon bleu one day?
Yeah, pas de problème.
Oh, wow. It's one of my favorite dishes. Wow. Yeah. Well, most of my career, actually, I work in garde manger. Yes, I worked in cold food kitchen. And towards the end of my career, I worked as a personal chef. And then my very last part of my career, I ended up working on a cruise line in Hawaii, because I said, what is the one thing I want to do before, I cut out to a different career? And it was one of the most amazing experiences, although it was just Hawaii. But now that I'm a travel agent, I could, experience all this different cuisine, around the world. So I'm very excited about, what the world has to offer for us.
I use a lot of French sauces, like pepper sauce, like Bordelaise, like Bernaise sauce. I do a lot of French sauce. I do also the chicken piccata with the French sauce, because it becomes a little bit more fine. That's another thing that I want to tell, that 34 years in the same place, it does some things, tells some things. So I'm very happy. So I'm still here, and I don't want to go nowhere. So
that's amazing. Well, because I wanted to be a chef starting at 7 years old, and in my early 20s, I became a chef. And I went to culinary school. I lived in Las Vegas. Like I said, I worked on a cruise ship, hotels, all that stuff. But for me, when I showed up to work every day, it was something that drove me every single day. A lot of the kids that I work with would complain, because they were just at that restaurant because they needed a paycheck. I was there because I had pure passion in my heart. And that's really what's important when you are either a chef owner or you're a cook or a chef, that you want to have that fully in your heart because it's going to show in your plate presentations. It's going to show in the taste of your food and all that. Kind of talk about that real quick, and then we could close out.
Okay. That's what I said. It's exactly like me. I started very young and on the hotel of my brother hotel, and I love it. And my brother wanted me to be more on the outside, but I said no. I want to be a chef. I had a chef that teach me a lot of things. Then also I went to culinary school, and that's what if you don't love this what you do, like you said, it's impossible to remain chef all life because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of invention, a lot of using technology, and um, and um, and it's tiring. But if you like, when I go home and we had a phenomenal night, I'm still very very fresh. When we have a little night like so, I'm tired. So I don't know what it is, but I think it's chef things. I don't know. But like I said, I'm very happy. 34 years here.
Wow.
I think I am the only Italian restaurant with Italian chef and Italian owner in Huntington Beach, or maybe in all Orange County. So I'm very happy.
And I'm very happy too. I'm just getting a little emotional because during my career, like it's really important, and I talk about it in the book that I'm writing, that we need to know our why. So during my career, Anthony Bourdain was one of the whys why I continued to work weekends. I continued to work all the hours. And then when I started my own company, when I had a catering company, and I put my whole heart and soul into that. So it's just important to, no matter what you want in life, find something that you love, surround yourself with people that support you and they celebrate you. And, today we're celebrating the life of Anthony Bourdain, and just really, really amazing to find people in your life who are going to inspire you. And there's so many chef mentors out there as well. So if somebody is listening to this and you're new and you watch Food Network, I actually worked back in on one of the Food Network shows way at the beginning of Food Network. And a lot of people say, oh, I want to be a chef. I want to be a chef because they see all the stuff on TV. Yeah, you definitely have to get in the trenches, but just put your heart and soul in it and find a mentor. Just like in my industry now as a travel agent, I find mentors to help me to where I've gone. Same thing in the culinary field.
I teach some guys that today they are pretty famous. I mean, just I teach a guy from he was from Mexico and he went to Las Vegas and he became a chef in a hotel.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
So I teach a few guys that they wanted to learn. Like I said, if you don't love the what you're doing, better you go to sell cars or do another thing or yeah.
Yeah.
It's not an easy job. It's a job that takes you everything. It's not one day that you say you learn how to do these things and then you forget about every other thing. No, the food industry changes every day changes.
Yeah.
One day is this goes catch a paper, and next day is another thing, and then is another thing. So you have to imagine all the time what is tomorrow, what I want to do, what is like I said, I do Chateaubriand here, and many other people.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Why you do Chateaubriand? Because I learn how to do these things. You do fondue. I can do fondue bourguignon. I can do everything I learned in Switzerland. I learned
Wow.
Switzerland, Zurich in Switzerland. I am a master, flambe master. Okay, I used to work in Switzerland in a place called restaurant, high-class restaurant called Le Flambe.
Oh, okay. Well, what part of Switzerland?
In Zurich.
Oh, in Zurich. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And this restaurant, nothing came from the kitchen, cook it. We had to cook in front of the customer. Everything. So I do flambe sometimes, some people, they coming in, they say, Angelo, can you do me a flambe? Yeah, I do for them. But it's question of time, question if I have somebody that covers me in the kitchen and things like this. But I learn how to do these things. And I can do anything, really. So I invite you to come in so you can see what I can do. Okay?
Definitely. So in closing, I want to talk about Anthony Bourdain's favorite drink, the Negroni. Now, do you make those at the restaurant by chance?
Yes. My bartenders, they do. I don't. I am in the kitchen.
Well, that's amazing that you took the time today, because I know you're about to get back in the kitchen and finish your prep. So let's talk about the hours of the restaurant, Monday through Friday, and also the weekend, and then do a shout out to your website again, and then we will close you out.
We do 4:30 till 9:30 every day except Tuesday. Tuesday is we're closing for day off.
Oh, you're a dark day, yeah.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday.
Friday 4:30 till 10. Saturday 4:30 till 10.
Okay.
We have
So you only have one day off, or do you take some? Or you're going to take some time off when you get around? But what do you normally work?
1 day off, and that's it.
Oh boy, yeah.
When I'm now working, I miss my kitchen. So
yeah, I know. I actually still miss that industry, but I love what I do now. But literally throughout my life, I've had 2 careers that I really love. So I'm pretty blessed for that.
Me in the kitchen.
What's that?
I mean, and cook with me in the kitchen.
Right. Well, if it's a slow night, maybe we could go back there and work on the dish. Yeah, maybe we can go back there and cook it up.
I will love it. You are a professional, and I love to work with professionals.
Well, thank you, and a big shout out to your wife. Anybody else you'd like to shout out to before we close out?
But I want to say to my wife that she's phenomenal. She's fantastic, and after 30 years, you cannot say nothing bad. And
that's amazing. Yeah, and I want to do a shout out to your kitchen staff, because it's one of the hardest careers that we do, and people don't realize like how hard it is to do the prep. Have our mise en place going, everything that we do from when we open until we close. So I want to do a big shout out to your staff, and of course, anybody who was a big fan of Anthony Bourdain, make sure you use #BourdainDay. You want to talk about the Negroni, you want to talk about this pasta dish, find a local restaurant in your community. If you're here in Huntington Beach, definitely do this restaurant here. And also, if you subscribe to the YouTube page and you comment and share to Facebook, you're going to get a free copy of my upcoming bucket list ebook. So anything else you want to say before we close out?
Arrivederci e ci vediamo presto.
Awesome. And just hang tight. I'm going to put you in the green room. I'm going to close out. Give me about a half a minute, and then I'll be right back. Thank you. All right, guys. Celebrate every day, and definitely celebrate Anthony Bourdain June 25th of every year. That's #BourdainDay. And a big shout out to HB Quarantine Cuisine. If you are looking for a restaurant that you want to check out, or you have a specific restaurant you want to tell them about, make sure you join HB Quarantine Cuisine. And a big shout out to the Cortez family. We appreciate you very much, and have a wonderful day. We'll see you here on the other side.